good, a very good morning to everyone here. So our topic today is about introduction to AIS, Accounting Information System. When we hear Accounting Information System, it brings us the idea that we have two things to handle here, which is the accounting and the information system and technology. So accounting, we know what is accounting concept, what is the functions of accounting. Accounting is all about recording, classifying, and analyzing that financial event and transactions, and then post it and report it and communicate it to the end users for better decision making. So, which means accounting is about processing the financial events and transactions, and they handle certain either classifying and also posting, analyzing those transactions, and then they will come out with financial statement report to assess the users of financial statement. Okay, so this is the accounting. How about the information system? Information system, basically it is about that systematically process the data, certain data, and process it and generate a useful information to the end users using the technology, which is the either software and the other IT infrastructure. Okay, so how do we see the accounting so far? I mean, just now we talk about the particular functions of accounting, but let's say because we are dealing with data, internal and external data, and then we have also users, external and internal users of the accounting information. So we still remember, I believe, that we have financial accounting, which is mainly about the financial reporting, financial statement reports, and then we have management accounting, which is mainly about the internal cost accounting and about the accounting information that assess and wising the management decision-making process. Then we have taxation, we have audit, we have organizational behavior, we have commercial and company law, which the company should adhere and compliance with it, with this company law. And then lastly is the business statistic related to the performance and so on. So after we know some information or some tips about the accounting information system, let's go to understand what we will study in accounting information system, what we will understand, what we will get, we will focus on during our class of accounting information system. So accounting information system will help to understand the process, the business process, computer software, and also the information flow. And here, when we talk about business process, we didn't mention just the financial and accounting transaction process. We have a broader concept of business process because when we have any financial transaction, there are some supporting transactions, non-financial transaction, like when we have, let's say, selling transaction. The sale transaction, they have pre-transaction, which is the customer order. Then after that, we have another internal process of customer order, which is sales order. We process the credit limit check. Then we come out to check the availability of the customer order in the warehouse. After that, we do the shipment and billing to the customer. After that, we receive the payment from the customer. So it's long list of process, which is generally we can classify them into financial and non-financial process. That's why we need to understand the business process and then apply that concept into the computerized software. After that, also we need to understand the information flow. What I mean by information flow from within the organization, between department to another, or between function to another, and also between the internal and external parties. External parties, we mean the suppliers or the customers or even the stakeholders, government, banks, and shareholders, and so on. So in here we have the information environment framework. Let's say how the information is flow in up and down and in and out. Okay, so top management, normally they will flow some comment and instructions and budget information to the middle management and operational management, and also to the day-to-day operational personnel. Then the operational personnel, day-to-day operational information about the performance, reporting the performance, and so on, will flow up from the operational personnel level to the operational management, to the middle management, up to the top management. This is how the information will flow internally. How about externally? We have three main parties. One is the stakeholders, mainly the banks and the banks, also the shareholders, the tax agency, the government, and other organizations like related parties, competitors, and so on. So those who will, they are interested to read the financial statement of the organization. And then we have the business partners, which is the suppliers and customers. Usually we have a flow of information in and out, either the from customer to the company. Customer will send customer order, whereby company will send also purchase order or purchase request to the suppliers, and then the flow of the payment here in and out. We will discuss that in details later on when we discuss the accounting cycles or the business cycles related to the revenue or related to the expense. So what is the information technology's role in business? The main role of the information technology is everywhere in business. So we know we can have the example of in our personal life that the phone is inclusion. The smartphone we have now, the banking system is already online. Everything is, technology is all around us like an oxygen. We are breathing technology. Everything in our phone, TV. We now we have the iWatch. We have even aircon. We have other stuff at home. So we are more to be to move to the iHouse, the smart house, and so on. That is things around us. Or even we have now the car that it's moved time by time to be automated. and to be a smart car and self-drive. With the time, that will come to be a true and real. So if we still want to survive in business, either as a business owner or as a staff or employee, we should involve in understanding the technology. Otherwise, we will be out of date and we cannot survive in our job or our business environment. So what is the main objective of accounting information system? There are three main objectives. The first objective is to support the firm's day-to-day operation. The second one is to support the management decision making. The third one is to support the stewardship functions of the management. Here, if you notice with me, that the day-to-day operation, which is the first and the second objectives, are internally serving the internal users, isn't it? Because day-to-day operations is the bottom and the second operational management, whereby for the second one is supporting the management decision making in the middle and the up level of the top management, whereby supporting the stewardship of function of management is mainly to the external users. Okay, so that's the main objectives of accounting information system, is to support the internal and external decision making and operation. Okay, so now we move to the technical or how the information system framework is processed. So we have three main category or three main element of information system process. Input, we have process, and we have output, isn't it? So for input, it is about the data, the financial transaction or financial data, and we have non-financial data. Then we process that this input data into through the information system software, and then we will get useful information that will help to the user's decision. Okay, so this slide will help us to understand how the accounting information systems is reacting and interact with other parties, either internal or external. So we have, this one is external, isn't it? This one internal, this one internal, this one external, external, isn't it? So for the accounting information system, consider those parties are same, that they don't consider this is external or internal. It's about what is the relation, what is the flow in and out of the information. Because remember, the accounting information system is about information. It's about the information flow in from the vendors or from the investors, and what information should be flow out from the accounting information system to those parties in response to their flow in information. So let's take example of customer relation with the accounting information system. So customers will send information about customer order, so the quantity and also the description of the goods or services they are requiring, and then we will the system will process this information and then send when the goods and services sent to them, the shipment documents. This information system, accounting information system, will send the availability information information about availability and the quantity and quality of the information that will be sent to the customer. Then also we'll send the invoice to customer carrying the amount. After that, when the customer makes the payment to the company, the accounting information system will key in will receive the flow in the information about the payment. So that is the concept of give and get, flow in and out of information between parties and the AIS. Okay. So please keep this in mind, that this is how the AIS is handling the relationship and the flow of the business process within the system and the other parties. Okay, so this one, what I just explained, it's in just in short. So the information system consists of people, we can call them users, and the client, the product, the process, and the information. So the transactional data is collected and stored into meaningful information from which business decisions are made and provide adequate controls to protect and secure the organizational data assets. Okay, so what is the value adding, or the adding value of using information system? The adding value is about the effectiveness and efficiency of decision making. And when we say effectiveness, means the quality of the decision making will be enhanced, whereby the efficiency it will be in terms of timing and in terms of cost. So now we come to the information system framework. What we mean here, we need to know and see the subsystems under the information system in the business. So we have under the information system, we have in the right side, we have management information system, which is MIS, processing the non-financial transactions not processed by the accounting information system. Okay, so both systems are having the information, the handling and processing the business process. One is mainly for the accounting and financial information, whereby the MIS is mainly for non-financial transactions. So example is marketing system, distribution system or warehousing system, human resource system under the MIS, whereby for the accounting information system, we have general ledger financial reporting system, we have transaction processing system, TPS, we have management reporting system, which is, if you notice, it's about mainly about the transactions and reporting, processing the transaction in the middle, and then the other two systems under the accounting information system is for the reporting. Okay, so here we can see that the TPS, the middle system, is supporting daily business operation. The transaction processing system, TPS, is first convert economic event into financial transaction. So if we, let's say, receive cash from the customer, or we pay on credit, so we need to transform this economic events into financial transaction to be recorded in the system, to be recorded in the accounting record or accounting system according to the accounting standards, the double entry, the natural of the account, debts and credit, and so on. And then after we record and classify both we need to distribute this initial financial information to support the operations. And this information will be distributed to two categories. One is to MRS, which is this one, and which is the internal information, and this one is where the initial information will be sent to the general ledger financial reporting system to extract the financial statement, which is, we know what is financial statement is about, the income statement, comprehensive financial position, and so on. Okay, so we get a more clear picture here. So the general ledger financial reporting system, GL/FRS, takes information from TPS and other input and update the general ledger control in first place, and then handle non-discretionary reporting requirement, which is financial reporting statement. Okay, and then for MRS, the management reporting system, MRS, providing the internal information need to manage a business and handle discretionary reporting. What we mean by discretionary, it means the optional, or it's not requiring to have some forms of it. It's based on the request from the management. So let's say about the managers would like to see the cost of one production line, or need to know the sales volume of one type of goods and services. So that's based on their the request or the payment of certain customers and so on. But for non-discretionary, it means it's not optional. It is it should be adhere to certain standards and requirement, which means that which we know that the financial statements require certain template of even in terms of terminologies, in terms of timing, even we need to report, like for those small and medium companies, they are required to report annually. But for the listed companies in Boursa or in the stock market, sometimes they are required to prepare the financial statement in quarterly base or in semi-annual base. Okay. So now let's move to understand the general model for accounting information systems in more details. Okay, so in here we have the external source of data, which is the input. This one and this one is the input. Okay. So the input is either from internal source or from external source. And the first step of processing is to collect the data. The second step is, and this one is the users, and external and internal users. And then we have data to be processed. And then we will discuss this in a short while and generate useful information here. So collecting data should be from internal users or external users. So this is the first step. Data collection is the first operational stage in information system. And then the data processing takes range from simple to complex. We know the simple process is to, let's say, to record the transactions to get the balance. But the very complex is to prepare, let's say, the financial statement, to have certain indicators and conduct several comparative analysis and so on. And then we have database management. The organizational database is its physical source for financial and non-financial data. And the main functions is to store and retrieve or extract and deletion or editing of the data that's stored in the database. And then finally, we shall generate the information. So information generation is the process of compiling, arranging, formatting, and presenting information to users. And remember, we have two types of users. If it is internally, then it will be based on the MRS system, which is discretionary or optional customized information. But if it is for external use, then it will be based on GL/RFS system, the financial reporting system. Okay. So then we have feedback. It comes from the internal or external users to which we'll consider as also source of data. Okay, so now we reach to functional segmentation. In the functional segmentation, why we bring it here, we need to understand, because just now we talk about the MIS, Management Information System, and Accounting Information System, isn't it? So we need to understand that those two systems within the business organizations, they are handling the sometimes same information, let's say about customers, but also or about the employee. But in the end, they need that they are integrated and interrelated to each other. So here we have material management, production, marketing, distribution, personal mean human resource, finance, accounting, and information technology function or segment. Okay, so in this example, we have an example of sales transaction. So if we have sales transaction, it will come from first from the marketing department or market function. When they record, when they sell to the customer the goods, they will record the quantity that the customer order or the customer buy, and then the interaction, the flow of the information will come to the distribution and warehousing to process the shipment, and also to check the availability in the first place of that product or goods, and then if the customer will buy on credit, then it will affect the managing the finance management function to show the credit, to check the credit limit in the finance department if the company. This one we talk about example of big company, okay, and then it will come to the accounting department or accounting function. In the accounting functions, the inventory control will be affected because we'll reduce the value of the inventory with the shipped goods or product, and then also will increase the account receivable by the amount that the invoice or the amount, by the amount of the goods sent, the value of it, and then we'll process the billing or the invoice, and after that the three will update the general ledger. So in here, the updating is updating general ledger, which is the posting, okay? And then all of this information, even including the accounting, will be processed in the database processing. I hope you can get the idea here about the relationship between those financial segmentation and understand what we are handling, what is the accounting information. It's not just about recording. Day by day, we have more integration between the accounting information system with the other functional segmentation within the company. And now we are talking about integration and more interaction between the information system within the company and other business parties like the suppliers and credit, and this is handled by the ERB. Later on we will discuss this matter in details. Okay, so this is just example to show the relationship between the three functions. So now we move the accounting functions. Accounting manages the financial resource of the firm to capture and record the transaction, which is the number one. We capturing and the transaction, and then distributes the transaction information to operational personnel. And this information should be reliable, and also should be in the accounting process should be independence. Okay, so now we move to another subtopic related to the database and data component or element. So within the database, we have there are three levels in the data hierarchy. First is the data attributes, which is the most elemental base of the potentially useful data in the database. So it's about recording a single information, the date of the transaction, the customer name. Each one of this is each considered data attribute. But the full set of the information we record in the database. Let's say we record all of this, the name, the name of customer, address, date of transaction, the value of the invoice, and so on. All of this is considered record. Okay, so a record is a complete set of attributes for a single occurrence within the entity class. And then we have, if we have many records, will form a file. A file or table is a complete set of records of an identical classes. Okay, so data attributes will shape the record, and record will shape the file. Okay, so this is an example to explain this. So attributes record of account receivable. So each attribute here, each information here in this record consider an attributes, and all of this is equal to account receivable record. Okay, so but if we have several records, then that is file. Okay, that is accounts receivable file. Okay, so just to have also a brief about data processing type, we have two types: centralized and distributed, or we can call it decentralized data processing. The difference is when we have remember just now we talked about the about the functional segmentations. Let me explain it in this example. So let's say we have the human resource. Here we have the accounting department. Here we have the marketing, let's say. Marketing, here we have the maybe the warehouse or distribution function. So each one in the if we are using the centralized database processing, so everyone will update and retrieve the same database, which is the modern concept of data, but it's later on we will discuss the advantage and disadvantage of it. Okay, but we have also a decentralized or distributed database when each one of the function have their own database, and in somehow they are connected through a network connection, but they are distributed database. It's not connected. Okay. So centrally organized companies with shared database use database administration to ensure the security and integrity, which means those companies who use this model of database, they normally use a software to manage. We mainly focus in database administration to ensure the security and integrity of data. Later on, we will explain it in specific chapter. Focus in database administration and so on. Okay, so we move to a new topic about information technology in the system development in the process of organization. Use the acquired information system. So we have two options. Can we purchase or build from scratch a system? In the previous century or last century, 1990s, yeah, companies would prefer to build from scratch and build in-house accounting software to ensure the integrity, ensure the effectiveness, and ensure that this system is comply with that company. Where the system or the software, the accounting software, still not that effective in the market. But now the commercial software available for general accounting and industry-specific application is everywhere. And even sometimes they call it turnkey system because can be implemented with little modification. So we can customize the system from the software, accounting software vendors to fit. For small and medium companies, for sure, they should go for commercial software without any modification, because any modification or customizing request will request a cost. Okay, so custom software is developed through a formal process called the system development life cycle, and require an in-house team of qualified individuals. But this one, as I said, it's to me, it's none of the companies are doing this anymore, because I can say that now the accounting information system or the accounting software in the market start to be efficient, standardized software. Even they are more to produce a software to each industry. So for manufacturing, even for sub-manufacturing, according to the type of production, they will already have those type of software. For mining, petroleum companies, they have software, accounting software to handle that. For the banking, there is a software available in the market for that. So no need to waste your to waste the time and effort and shape the in-house team, qualified team to build from scratch accounting information system. Okay, so but we need to understand that the system maintenance may be minor or significant. So for them, big and multinational companies with huge transactions, and also like the high risky sector like the banks and insurance companies, they are required to ensuring the maintenance of that system. So between 80 to 90% systems total cost may be incurred because of the maintenance activity. But for small and medium companies, that is not applicable exactly. Okay, so also we need to know that now the system is based on some of the system is based on the network, is collection of computer and communication devices that allow users to communicate, access data and applications, and share information and resources. Network administration responsible for effective functions of hardware and software. Now we have even online software. We will discuss it here, which is based on the computing, cloud computing technology. And I believe everyone of us, we have sort of things. We have Dropbox, we have Google Drive. All of this is based on the cloud computing technology platform. Due to the highly technical and dynamically changes and expenses of IT, many executives or many management of the companies look to IT outsourcing. So because the IT and now we are talking about artificial intelligence, we are talking about blockchain, we are talking about the new technology and updating day by day, which is like horse running in race. So companies, some of the companies, top management of companies intend to IT to get outsourcing IT, to look for IT specialized companies to handle the IT updating and also system. And for that, the organization sells IT resources and lays back IT services. Means the IT specialist companies either they sell their IT resources, let's say software, they sell the software, or they sell it, they rent it or lessee it back to the service. And with cloud computing data centers, deliver hosted IT services over the internet. We have software as a services, we have infrastructure as a services, and platform as a services. We will have this in details later on, but let me just clarify give you some hints about it. So software as a service, now some companies, they have the accounting information system software. So they give you the option. Do you want to buy, especially for big companies? If you want to buy, so you need to pay later on this maintenance services to this IT hosting service. If not, you have other option is to, let's say, to rent this using this accounting information system AIS through the platform of the company, and then the maintenance will be on the company. Infrastructure as a services, it is physical infrastructure rented or sell to as a service to the company. Normally, it is renting, let's say, laptops, modem, printer, photostat. I think most of the institutions and companies, they prefer AIS or infrastructure as a service, because it's reduce the headache, and within 5 years, no need to think about selling this machine and buy new machine and infrastructuring the laptops and so on. So you can request another package, and they come to collect the old laptops, machines, and so on, and bring you with new, brand new and new infrastructure or laptops and so on. Platform as a service is a kind of a platform software or platform space in the website, so in domain. So the good example of that is when the company want to have a website, so they will go for to rent a space or domain from the company to who own the server, and then pay the rental, annual rental for that. Okay, so that is platform as services. Okay, so finally, what is the role of accountants within this IT accounting information system? Okay, so there are 3 main roles. The first role as a member of steering committee in system development, if we are developing the system, or sometimes consultant. And then the second role is as a users of the accounting information system, which means users to key in and also acquire the reporting and generating information from the accounting information system. And the third role is as an auditor for accounting information system, either internally or externally. Okay, so that's all for today introduction to accounting information system. So today we cover discussing bringing the integration between accounting functions and the information system. We also discuss in sort of details about the framework of information flow, the business process, and the computer software as component of accounting information system. We discuss also the model of information system process, which is input and processing, and then information, generating information for a user's decision. We also discuss the 2 types of information system, which is MIS and AIS, accounting information system, and management information system. And we understand the difference between the 2. The MIS is mainly for non-financial information like marketing, human resource, and so on, whereby accounting information system, AIS, is mainly for the financial transactions and for some non-financial transaction related to financial events. Then we also discussed the 3 subsystems under the AIS. We have the TPS, transaction processing system, which is the mainly focus in convert the financial and economic events into financial transaction. Then after that, we record that financial transaction, and the TPS will distribute this in essential information, transaction financial information into the other 2 subsystem, which one of it is the FRS, which is or GL/FRS, which is the general ledger, and financial reporting system, which is mainly for the preparing the financial statements and serving the external users. Whereby the last sub system, which is the management reporting system (MRS), serving the internal users through the management accounting information. Also, we discuss the types of database processing. We talk about centralized and distributed model of process. We will discuss that in short in one chapter. So that is all about today class. So I hope you got a good introduction to this interesting topic. So with this, I end up the class, and you can ask questions, please, if you have.